All right, good morning. September 5th. I'm still in Oregon. Not for long, though. Not for long. I just left camp. It's about 10 after 5. My 4 o'clock alarm went off, and I did not want to get up. I'll tell you that. I did not want to get up, but I don't want to be in Oregon. I want to be in Washington more than not wanting to get up early. So I begrudgingly turned off my snooze and got my arse up and at 'em. It takes me, if I'm slow, it takes me an hour to get out of camp now, which is amazing because I remember when I would struggle to get out of camp in an hour 20, hour and a half. Look, skunk cabbage. Oh, look how big these leaves are. They're huge. Oh, that's the first skunk cabbage I've seen all trail. That's just heartwarming, man. Oh look, and this is where I'm gonna get water. Hell yeah. I don't want to get any more water from that. Oh, holy shit. Oh, what? Yo. Do you see this? That. Oh my god, that's a huge... Where'd it go? That is a huge... You can't even see it. Move! Ugh. Oh my god, you can't even see it, but that's a huge friggin' spider in there. Maybe I won't get water there. There's water a mile down trail, and I drank a whole bunch of water just now. Jeez, that's the biggest spider I've seen all trail. Oh. Anyways, yeah, I remember. Oh shit, there's people. Fuck. Shit, I totally forgot there was a campsite on the other side of the river. There's like 2 or 3 tents set up. Oh well. Oh well, it's a PCT. What do you expect? Oh, banana slug. Ooh, sorry. It's like, Jesus, dude, what the fuck? Well, we're off to a good start. We're seeing tons of wildlife already. Anyways, like I was saying, it used to take me forever to get out of camp. Now, if I'm quick about it, I can be up and out in 30 minutes from eyes open in my tent to pack on my back. And that's a good feeling. But from that river, there's a little creek in a mile. And I drank a whole liter of water, excuse me, since I woke up with electrolytes in it. So I'm going to go ahead and get water there. That little wolf spider can have that trickle all to herself. So, 32 miles today, or 33. No, it's 32. Easy money. Lightweight, baby. Let's do it. I left the boys back in camp. They're both fast asleep. The other day, when I left camp before electrolyte, later on, when he caught up to me, he told me, I heard you. I knew you was up and getting out of there. He said, I just couldn't get up. I didn't want to. He said he was all dizzy and shaky and stuff when he woke up. So he slept in more. As I predicted, I'm a little weird. If I'm excited about something, I can get up and at 'em, even if I'm like super sleep deprived, which I'm not. Got to bed at like 8, which is pretty good. for me. I can see my breath, but not because I think it's cold, but honestly because I think it's the moisture in the air. It's so humid and muggy. Like, I just feel sticky. But I feel moist, so that's good. It's better than as dry as I've been all trail. And I heard there was a little bit of rain in the forecast over the next couple days, which is kind of cool. So I had to get to Cascade Locks and may as well pull a 33-mile day in there today because it's Saturday and I won't make it to the post office there. And I got a bunch of stuff to pick up at the post office. So I may as well go hard today. So I'll have an inescapable zero tomorrow while I wait for Monday for the PO to open so I can get my packages. Well, Saturday morning. It's Shatterday, as they say in the weed world. So if you're a dabber, drop a dab in that nail. Do it cool. Carb that shit. If you're a cat person, happy Catterday. If you're a rat person, happy Ratterday. If you're a painter, happy Splatterday. If you've got IBS, happy Scatterday. If you're a parent, happy Pitter Patter Day. And let's get after it. Morning dawn. And finally made it up onto a ridge. I mean, it's not a huge ridge. There's no huge ridges around here. I think I'm over 5,000 feet. And I'm like, it's 6:30 and I think I'm about 3.5 miles in to the day. When I have early starts like this, I take it so slow at the start. It's kind of like one of my favorite reasons for starting so early is because I can afford to start slow. Then I just got to a great big junction of like 3 different trails, including the Pacific Crest Trail. And there was so many people camped there. It was like 1, 2, 3, 4. There was like 7 or 8 tents, maybe 9. One of them was a hammock. I don't think any of them were through hikers. And it's funny the kind of looks you get cruising through camps that early in the morning. Like, I was motoring through there and everyone's just waking up, picking the boogers out of their eyes. And yeah, you know, it's nice because it's moments like that that remind you as a through hiker, I'm better than them. Just kidding. That's not real. That's not really legit. That's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. Just tricking, mate. Just tricking. Still no sign of my compadres. I can't imagine they're waking up yet. They might be. But it's going to be much darker down the hill where they are. I've got just a couple miles to go to water, and I should be coming up on a parking lot pretty soon here. Far Out Notes from a week ago said there was trail magic there. It's Saturday, but it's also bloody 6:30 in the morning on a Saturday, so you can't count on trail magic sometimes when you're working these hours. Now one of the, isn't that pretty? Isn't that glorious? Wow. One of the soundtrack, one of the album records that I have, and I have dozens and dozens of albums in my YouTube downloads for what I'm listening to. So putting my entire library on shuffle. Oh man, if only I could sit you down and just, or if only you could just like tap in to what I'm listening to all day. I think it might just blow minds. Not to blow my own horn, but to blow my own horn. Shameless. I disavow that kind of talk. One of the albums that I listen to is the Skyrim soundtrack, which is actually an incredible soundtrack. I mean, top-notch music, top-notch score. And, one of the things that I would really love to do after this hike is just have a nice, chilly, rainy day, plug my Xbox in to a sizable screen, and just chill back in a comfy chair close to the ground next to a window with some yummy snacks, some English tea, some herb, and just scrim out for a day. That just sounds so cathartic and relaxing. So indulgent. All right. Hike, all day hike. Well, I'm coming up to a paved road and a pass called Low Pass. I just uploaded a short in the Cascade Locks, I titled it. And I realized that I almost pulled a Punisher slash Bubblehead hikes with my good morning. And so had his Bubblehead started his videos with what did he say? Morning. That's what he always said. Morning. And then Punisher always starts his Instagram videos with a good morning. So I realized what I was doing. I hit a devious lick, like hit it with the good morning. So maybe I'll start doing something like that. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I love saying good morning. I love being said good morning too. Waking up in the morning and seeing my family members at home when I was a kid, saying good morning, and always just such a good feeling, you know. Good morning, hey morning, how'd you sleep? Just like knowing someone cares, someone's there. It's a good feeling, man. It's a good feeling. Gravel trail, indicative of the approach to a trailhead. Sometimes. I've seen a lot of comments so far about this being a skingy trailhead, but people on fire tripping most of the time. I say most of the time. Picnic table and fire pit action. Right. Any cars? Let's go. Huh. Alright. Pretty anticlimactic. I need to stop and take my pack off. It's really heavy. With all this food I got on me right now, it's super heavy. My food bag feels like it weighs 20 pounds. I'm ready to take this off and have a sit down. Lost Lake, 15. Primitive Road. Ooh, primitive. Who does that song? Fuck to the primitive. Fuck to it out here. Fuck to the primitive. Attention. It's Bull Run Watershed. Oh, car. Volkswagen. A Volkswagen. Yeah. Oh, I feel bad. All right, 7:47. 7:47 coming out of the sky. I want you to take me back to Memphis on the midnight. And look at me. Ooh, look at me. Ooh, ooh, I'm a through hiker. Ooh, I got a plenty. I peed in this the other night. Washed it out though. You get a little Nor right side, little chicken Nor right side going. Shout out John. This is from the John Elliott resupply. Let's go. Woohoo! Am I a real through hiker, Mom? Mom? Am I a real through hiker now? Of course, okay. Cock full soaking. I don't like it. I like my food hot, bro. If I gotta cook it, I'll like it hot. But I'm the one who lost my stove, so I have a cold soak for I have to go a whole day without a stove. Hold on. Let's get it a little more wet. Yeah. Make it wet. Make it soaking wet. 24 miles to water. Third of a liter should do. It's not even warm out yet. Definitely feels like an early September morning. Alright. Get some raisins. Check it out. Maybe power lines. There's hood. But look at that. Look at that mist rolling in through the trees. That's so cool, dude. That's so cool. Oh man. I turned and looked at that, and for a sec I was like, what the? And then I realized what it was. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Alexa, play Where Do You Go by No Mercy. So, this section of trail, I'm actually walking through the Bull Run Watershed. So there was like signs back at that parking lot that said, hey, like, FYI, you're not allowed to be here unless you have the PCT permit. Don't get off the trail, don't trespass, because this watershed, I guess, is, according to signs, is responsible for Portland's main source of Portland's drinking water, which is interesting. Alexa, play Like a G6 by Far East Movement. When we drink, we do it right, getting slizzard. Well, I'm coming up to a paved road and a pass called Low Pass. I just uploaded a short into Cascade Locks, I titled it. And I realized that I almost pulled a Punisher slash Bubblehead hikes with my good morning. And so had his Bubblehead started his the videos with what did he say? Morning, morning. That's what he always said. Morning, morning. And then Punisher always starts his Instagram videos with a good morning. So I realized what I was doing. I hit a devious lick, like hit it with the good morning, morning, morning. So maybe I'll start doing something like that. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. I love saying good morning. I love being said good morning too. Waking up in the morning and seeing my family members at home when I was a kid, you know, saying good morning, and always just such a good feeling, you know. Good morning, hey morning, how'd you sleep? Just like knowing someone cares, someone's there. It's a good feeling, man. It's a good feeling. Look at this. Look at that, huh? Would you just look at that? Is that not just beautiful? You know, views like that, on a trail like this, that's what the PCT is all about, baby. That's what it's all about. I hate cold soaking. I just had that north side for lunch. It's just afternoon. It's about 12:30. Got about 6 miles to go to the Eagle Creek Blue Blaze. Tunnel Falls before dark, baby. And I'm also going to be at Cascade Locks by dark. So also just called and talked to Whiskey Flats, the tavern in town that accepts packages for hikers. My stove's going to be there today. So I'm going to be cooking hot ramen for dinner, daddy-o. Oh, shoot, sorry. I say daddy-o sometimes because I love, like, that old 20s, you know, era. Like, hey, daddy-o, what's poppin'? What's happening, daddy-o? But turns out, and I've said this before, turns out that daddy-o is what Diddy used to refer to people at his baby oil parties, his Diddy parties. That's a Diddy term. So we don't use that term anymore. Anyways, also caught up to my mom, talked to her. Her birthday's coming up this month. And then, wouldn't you know, Electrolyte caught up to me. We got to a spot of some service back a ways, so like maybe 2/10 of a mile. He's back there now on the phone with the Bend REI, and they might have his Garmin unit. They might, so hope they do. And according to Far Out, about half a mile before Tunnel Falls, there's supposed to be a swimming hole. So 6 more miles, and then about 14 more miles. So 20 miles. It's not even 1 p.m. In the bag, baby. In the bag. Well, not yet. But we got this. We got this, man. We got this. And what a beautiful day. What a beautiful day it is. What a great day to be alive, you know? The sun stays shining when I close my eyes. It might be hard times in the neighborhood, but man, why can't every day be just as good? Got rice cold soaking in my Talenti jar. 30 miles to walk, but that ain't too far. Hardly working hard. I guess I'm on a through hike. Alexa, play Shimmer by Fuel. She dreams a champagne dream. Strawberry sublime. I think this is Chicken of the Woods. Interesting. Look at it. It's huge. Foot for comparison. Dang. The thing about mushrooms, though, is like they're cool, but the ones you can eat, which I think Chicken of the Woods is edible, but man, you find them and they've just been there a little too long. You start looking at them and they're covered in bugs. You start wondering about what else is in them. And it's like, oh, I don't know if I'd even want to eat that if I cooked it. There's a pipe spring coming up here. I'll smoke a pipe spring. I'll rip that pipe. The pipe is supposed to be gone though, so collecting water is going to be interesting. Oh, a little bit of ridge walking, mate. Alexa, play Techno Disco Tool by Mela D. Let's go. Whoa. Look at that eye candy. Pulling mussels from a shell in Oregon with the views, but it's been okay. I'm a spoiled Washington boy, surrounded by delicious views on every trail. There's supposed to be this spring is supposed to be up here. Pipe spring. No pipe, no problem, dude. That's why you carry rolling papers. This is a spring. This is what the spring looks like. Some other hiker put a leaf here. It's nice, it's good, it's just gonna take a minute to fill up. And they had electrolytes, Garmin, at the REI in Bend, which is even that's the best news of the day right there. It's so cool it wasn't lost.
The way I put it on, it doesn't normally get tangled up to be able to fall, but I guess somehow it did.
Shout out MacGyver. We heard the story of her. She lost one, and the people who took it, she got hers. Hers was stolen, and the people who took hers tried to use it. Alexa, play Caught Somewhere in Time by Iron Maiden. I got a lovely little trail right there. Lovely. Cut right through this beautiful rock field. just makes you think, you know, how did they make it so nice in such a crappy rock field? Well, look at this. That black stuff, it's landscaping fabric. Look at that view. What a view. The marine layer coming in. Look at that man. What a man. Gosh, he's looking fit. Yeah, so they bring in, I've been noticing it for days now. They bring in landscaping fabric. It's kind of a, when you think about it, it's a hell of an undertaking. Look, there's some more. They bring in landscaping fabric and they cut it and they put it down on the trail in these certain spots, and it just makes the most lovely trail. Very nice to walk on. Keeps it quite nice and manicured. Just about 1 mile from the turnoff for the Blue Blaze for Eagle Creek and Tunnel Falls. Yeah. The day's a bit muggy. That's fine. Been basically maintaining like this mid 5,000 foot elevation all day. I'm just kind of riding along some of the ridges of these hills out here. No complaints as far as the terrain goes. No complaints at all. Past one looked like a through hiker maybe a mile ago. Otherwise, besides myself, the goose, and electrolyte, like, haven't seen really any other through hikers today, which is interesting. I mean, at this point in the game, everyone's really spread out, and it's kind of nice, honestly. It really kind of solid, like, you know, it's such a crazy contrast to look back at the early miles, and you know, it really felt like a bloody it was like in the start of a race where, you know, you got a big pack and then it thins out. Yeah, it's crazy to look back and think, you know, like, no one hardly knew each other out here, save for, like, you know, sure, there's people who formed families really quickly, and there's people who came out and started together and stuck together, but I'd say the majority of people who start the trail, that, you know, no one really knows anyone. And so as trail families form and friendships grow, you know, at this point, like, you know, if you're hiking with anyone, you're not going to bail. You're not going to, like, unless one of you gets hurt or has to get off trail or wants to get off trail and call it quits, like, you're sticking together. Because, you know, if you make it through NorCal, make it into Oregon, you're definitely going to make it unless you get injured or have to get off trail. Or like the homegirl Valkyrie, she decided she was done. She was just like, you know, had enough, want to go be with my boyfriend. And, you know, that's a decision that you can always quit. You can always quit. But huge congratulations to the main man, Joe Goes YOLO. Go check out Joe Goes YOLO, all one word, on Instagram. Give him a follow. He just finished the trail yesterday morning. He was the first person to tag the northern terminus, and hike there and back. And yeah, he had quite an amazing journey this year, and I met him through Instagram before I even got on trail. He was on trail before me, and added him on Instagram, and we became gram friends. And yeah, finally met him at Trail Days. Yeah, well, so he just finished yesterday, and man, congratulations, Joe. So sick. You said shoot it, Joe. I'm a millionaire, Joe. I lose 20 grand, I make another 20 grand. How about you watch? How much did you watch, Joe? Maybe, how much, Joe? How much do you have on you? I got maybe 2 grand. That's a quote from Pool Hall Junkies. Pool Hall Junkies, one of my favorite freaking movies. Pool Hall Junkies with Christopher Walken. Yeah, if you've never seen it, go watch it. I don't think a movie that has Christopher Walken in it could be a bad movie. So congratulations, Joe, for making it to Canada, bro. You earned it, dude. You did it. You worked your ass off for it. You made it happen. And all I gotta say, bro, is R.I.P. Mochi. R.I.P. Mochi. Wow. This is just epic. Amazing. We're just like a half mile from the Eagle Creek Trail turn off for the Blue Blaze into through past Tunnel Falls and into Cascade Locks. So close I can just taste it, man. And just got some decent service. Homies are finishing right now. Oh man. Huge shout out to Jeff and Kels. You guys, congratulations. Oh my gosh. Just seeing homies finish is such an incredible feeling. They're posting on Instagram today, Saturday. So they must be back in service. So maybe they finished yesterday. I don't know, but I'm so happy for people. I'm so happy for all y'all finishing, and I'm so happy that I still have to do Washington, because it's not have to do, it's a get to do. I feel like I'm like about to finish the trail, because like this has been such a crazy saga for me, and like it has for a ton of us hikers. And you know, like, dude, like, it just feels to me though like getting to Washington is gonna feel like setting foot into my own backyard. And I mean, if someone were like, what do you think is like a dream vacation? I'd say probably just, you know, like taking a summer and just hiking all over Washington. Like, that sounds like fantastic. And you know, like, I'll probably, before I do I'd go hike across I'd go do the PCT across Washington again, just for fun, just to be like, oh, well, let's do the PCT, just do the state real quick, just because Washington is that epic and amazing. So, but anyways, yeah, stoked to be there. And yeah, it was just it's funny, like, we compare our far outs sometimes, and I just got some service and called my madre, and I was trying to tell her, give her a time of, like, you know, she's gonna come and pick us up at White Pass. I'm trying to give her a time of, like, when we're gonna be there. And so I'm looking at my far out, and it's saying like 78 miles to White Pass, but Electrolytes is reading like 170, and White Pass is basically mile 2300. And right now, where we are in Oregon, we're at mile like basically 2,130. So you do the math. It's 170 miles, give or take a mile or two. And so, I don't know, far out's funny. It's funny, we carry phones in our pockets and in our cell pouches, and we have these maps so we can look at anytime, all the time. You can literally watch yourself on a map as you hike down this National Scenic Trail, and you just watch yourself on the map move and know exactly where you are all the time. And yet, with little things like mileage like that, it's just like, why would it make that kind of calculation? It's funny. Funny stuff. Funny stuff. So if you think this is pretty, wait till I get footage of the goat rocks. And you know what? Y'all start praying for fire season and some rain, because so help me, if we're smoked in goat rocks, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be low-key bummed out. Oh, look at that little cowboy camp spot. So what do we have here? Indian Mountain. That's cool. Oh, I'm so ready to be done with this state. Indian Spring Trailhead. Oh, this is it. It's all downhill here to Cascade Locks from here.
It's like 4,000 feet, sit down to 77 feet.
This is crazy. We're about to see Tunnel Falls. Well, in 6 miles. Wait, 3.5?
5.5 or something like that.
Okay. Wow. This is such an iconic part of the PCT. Mark O. Hatfield Wilderness. Cool, buddy. Neat. Right on, Mark. Indian Springs Trail number 435, bro. Need water?
I don't think so.
I'm good.
Half liter.
I'm all good.
It'll last.
Let's go. Shout out John Williams. A shout out. We love a good John Williams soundtrack, don't we, folks? Knees, don't fail me now. This is not the prettiest trail. It's also not the easiest. It's basically just straight downhill, no switchbacks, and it's all dusty burn zone dirt, which gets really, really dusty and slippery. I haven't fell down yet though. Oh Lord. About 3.7 miles from Tunnel Falls. And yeah, man, my quads are burning already. Oh shit! It's 4:20, so smoke if you got it. What a long day. What a day. Saturday, baby. Happy Saturday. But, like I said earlier today, tomorrow is an inescapable 0 day because, you know, gotta wait for the post office to open. So, got nothing better to do but 0. Yeah, so it should be nice after today. And then Monday, back on trail, into Washington. Okay, what do we have here? What is going on here? Oh. Indian Springs Trail, Eagle Creek Trail. I think we have to go this way, north. Yeah, I mean, it's not like a high risk activity through hiking, but it's just like any kind of hiking. It's like, make sure you don't fall down. Don't fall off the trail. I mean, this is a whole like 2.5, 3 feet. If you can't pedestrianize, you might not want to be through hiking, let alone walking at all. My left shoulder hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. And I can't get my pack adjusted in a way that eases it up. Not adjusting my straps, not adjusting my load lifters, not adjusting my waist strap, not adjusting my sternum strap. It just freaking hurts. Whoa! Oh man. Right when I turned the camera on, I almost absolutely eat it. It's the dusty trail, man. Yeah, it's so dusty. It's definitely not the fact that I've been left camp 12 hours ago and have been actively moving up trail for approximately 10 hours. 10 of those 12 hours. 12 and a half hours since I had my last bowel movement. I've consumed a total of about 500 milligrams of caffeine, about somewhere around 20, maybe 2,000, 2,500 calories, maybe. And about a gallon of water. Yeah, I've drank about a gallon of water. Look at all the fireweed seeding out. It's always so amazing how different plants reproduce and seed, and this stuff is, you know, it's like a big sort of dandelion. I love dandelions. Don't you love dandelions? Picking them when you're a kid, blowing them, making wishes. Do you still do that? You should. You're never too old to make wishes on a dandelion. It's a dandelion. Just caught a glimpse of Eagle Creek, and yeah, it's 5:20, and we still have like, I don't know, like 10 miles to go into town. I mean, like, do I want to do this 32-mile day? No, I decided I wanted to do it because my stove is going to be there in town. And I'm going to be totally honest right now, looking down at Eagle Creek here, it's a beautiful creek. And I sure would love to not do 32 miles today and just pick a nice spot along Eagle Creek to camp. But I don't want to spend one more night without my stove. I want a nice hot pot of scrumdiddlyumptious top ramen. It's just, I don't, the thought of like pitching and going to sleep without a hot meal, it's not, oh, I guess I could use yours. Yeah, good point.
Not here anymore?
No, it's just that, I'm sorry, Electrolyte.
He's out here all by his lonesome.
I'm out here all by my lonesome, despite the fact that Electrolyte's here. I just forget about these things with, like, I mean, that's part of my kit, and it's like not having it. My brain just totally just is like, there's no stove. I don't know why. I still want to do the 32-mile day. I still want to get into town. Just got to get to Tunnel Falls and see Tunnel Falls. Check it out. Eagle Creek. Looking good. Looking real good. I don't see any eagles. But it's a nice looking creek. Good, you know, that's where I'd take my kids to play. If I lived nearby here, that's a good spot for kids to come and play in a river. Nice and shallow, not even anywhere deep enough that you need to know how to swim. Yeah, that's a good river. Good river to be a kid at. I would have loved that as a kid. Oh, we are like less than half a mile from Tunnel Falls. Beautiful out here. Absolutely gorgeous. Whoa. Ooh. That looks fun to swim in. Look at that tree just going right in there. Wow, that's pretty high up right there. Pretty high up. Ow. This is gnarly to walk on. Whoa. Ho, 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 ho. Whoa. Dude. Wow. Not for the height sensitive. Oh, those cables. That's old. That's really old. Oh, Lord. Wow. I mean, that's a cliff jump. Oh, it might not be deep enough, actually. Wow.
Some people jumping from higher spots and running in swimming pools, little tiny swimming pools back in the day.
Yeah.
So, man,
Oh, it's doable, I guess. It's gotta get the footy to prove it. Yeah, this is nutty. I'm glad I didn't do Half Dome. No wonder they got the cable here. Oh, Lord. Oh, that is not very deep. Jeez. That'd have to be like a 150-foot jump.
But look how tall that tree is. And that, this tree's got to be like 200 feet tall.
Good Lord. Oh, that's weird. I can't look at that long. Whoa! Oh, dude. What is this chick wearing? Whoa. Oh my gosh. It's Jurassic Park. We've reached Jurassic Park. Wow. Bro. Oh man. This is so crazy. Oh, dude. Wow. I can't believe I'm here right now. Oh my God. What's up, guys? Wow. Jeez. Bro, you gotta let me get a picture of you. Oh my gosh. Wow, this is so insane. He's filming me, I'm filming him. We're such tourists right now. Oh my gosh. Pacific Crest tourists. Wow. Unreal, dude. Wow. This is so cool. Dude, if this was near me growing up, oh my gosh. Oh, so you can juke down there and jump in that water. That is damn sure. Not gonna do that. Oh crap, I've got my flash on. Wow. Well, we just walked under Tunnel Falls. Once in a lifetime experience, folks. Look at that. It's hard to even capture the scale of stuff like this on camera, let alone a phone camera. I feel like you need like National Geographic cameras and drones. Wow. 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 So cool. Last year I was doing a section of the PCT in Washington. And this is before I switched to Bedrocks. I was wearing Tevas and I was walking along stuff like this. Excuse me. And at the end of that day, my feet were in so much pain. I didn't know I thought something was wrong. I was like, what's wrong? I just didn't know that. I didn't equate like, oh yeah, just your feet hurt from walking on rocks all day in sandals. Hello in there.
I thought it was going to be another little tunnel fall or something.
Now, here we are. California done. Oregon done. I'm not going to say I can't believe I did it in sandals, because I can. I set out to do it in sandals. I've been doing it in sandals. And no, there's no magical way to walk that alleviates your pain. There's no, like when people say, oh, don't your feet hurt? Yeah, man. Your feet hurt like hell sometimes. But, you know, as long as you're not walking like a dumbass, your feet will strengthen. They'll harden. And sometimes they'll just hurt. You know, I don't think dredging up things from the past is always a great idea. Sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes it just happens. But I'm gonna dredge something up from the past because I thought this was funny. I was cruising through my Instagram DMs the other day, and I found an Instagram DM from someone who, I don't know if they still follow my channel, but I know that at least at the beginning of this hike they were, and they would reach out to me on Instagram, DM me, and they were very nice, very well-spoken person. And until I expressed socio-political and global views, cultural viewpoints that they disagreed with. And I'm not going to dox them. I'm not going to name any names, because that's not the point. The point is not to bring this person up. The point is to bring this topic up. Specifically, they took fervent issue with the fact that at the time back in the desert, I was wearing a shemach or shmag, as you veterans may know. A shmag, which is referred to in certain Middle Eastern cultures. I think Palestinian culture is a kuthia, but it's pronounced kefia. I think it's spelled kefia. I think it's pronounced kufia. But you know, y'all remember, if you've been following me since the day, y'all remember that. And they called me out because I said, you know, I don't support Palestine, dude. I don't back Palestine. And I don't back Israel either. I'm not going to get into any of that. I don't support either one of them. I support America. America first. Because that's my country. And I would expect any Israelis or Palestinians to put their country first. I think everyone should put their own country first. Just like you put your family first. But this person was like, I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that person. Whoa, I had unread messages from them. And I reread them. I was like, oh my gosh. And they were like calling me out saying, you wear a kufia in vain. And, you know, like, that's, you know, like, you're culturally spitting on the peoples. And it's like, dude, I just thought it was funny. And I think it's, you know, it's something that we see happening in society quite often. I love Palestinian culture. I love Palestinian people, if they're good people. But I think it's funny. It's always seems to be. Because if you do that kind of research, I just happen to know, because I love Middle Eastern culture, I just happen to know that just because you wear that, it doesn't mean, like, it doesn't stand for anything if you're from the region. So I just happen to know, because I've studied cultures from around the world since I was a child, different cultures that I just happen to have an affinity for, and like one of them is Middle Eastern culture. My dad was 6'4", white as the driven snow, blue-eyed, and born and raised in Orange County, California. And he loved Middle Eastern music. My mom is half German, was raised in like pseudo countryside, born and bred in Washington, and was a huge influence on me with world music. And was one of the huge drivers of me to find interest in and study culture from around the world. I mean, my mom can cook Indian she can cook mean Indian. And she took me to Indian restaurants since I was in my single digits. And so don't step to me. No one better step to me unless they're from the Middle East regarding Middle Eastern culture. Because I know a thing or two about it, dog. I may not speak it, but inshallah, I have a passion for it. And shout out all my Middle Eastern brethren and sistren. Shemoks, the big rag that Middle Eastern people in many different countries wear, I think 162 different countries, if I'm not mistaken, wear them. They don't stem from religious beliefs. They don't stem from political standpoints. They wear them because they live in the damn desert. Because it makes sense to dress like that if you live in that climate. And for someone to judge me for wearing them because I don't support Palestine, it's such a joke. It's like a really funny joke. It is, because it's actually the appropriation of violent liberals that have turned it into some socio-political statement. And it's funny because it seems to be time and time again. And I'm not judging. This isn't me judging. This is facts. This is looking at life from a common sense standpoint. It always seems to be the woke, liberal leftists that take these kind of standpoints where they'll judge you for something that they'll take such a strong stance in, when really their strong stance is oftentimes rooted in a murky mire of ignorance. So, I thought that was funny because, on the topic of that, I think it's very funny, the topic of the Middle East and wokesters being, all up in arms about, Palestine, say Palestine. You know what they'd do to your queer asses if you went over there and waved your rainbow flags all over the street? They'd throw you off a roof. Because homosexuality is a sin. It's an abomination to them and their culture and their religion. So so funny. And these people are out there waving Free Palestine flags all over the place. I mean, it's ironic. The irony is just deafening. I'll tell you a funny story. When I was a teenager and going to the skate park, I got made fun of because I had facial hair at a young age. I could grow a mustache when I was 12 years old. I had a full beard by the time I could grow a full beard by the time I was 15. And I would go to the skate park and, I'd have my beard would have maybe come in and I wouldn't have shaved or something. And it was when I was 16, 17, a common age, a little late actually. Kids start throwing around racial and homophobic slurs just jokingly at a much younger age. Parents, just in case you're not in the know, it's getting worse. And and I'd get called Durka. For those of you who are not in the know, Durka, if you've never seen South Park, they make fun of Osama bin Laden in this one video, and they make fun of, they characterize Middle Eastern people by making fun of their accents, and I'd get called, oh hey, what's up? It's Durka, because kids didn't know my name and they just called me Durka or Durka because they thought I was Middle Eastern. Like, I'm Hispanic, bro. I'm half Mexican. Like, dude, like, if you're gonna throw a racial slur at me, for God's sake, at least get it right. And it wasn't until I was like 18 years old and I'd gotten pretty good at skating. Not to, blow my own horn, but when I was 18, 19, I was throwing, 3-foot frontside airs. And I had a mean frontside lip slide. And I can, as a matter of fact, I can still throw a nice fast frontside lip slide. That's beside the point. And the kids, some of the same kids who would make fun of me at the skate park were like, hey man, we were all talking about our heritage one day, I think. And I found out this Japanese kid that I hung out with a lot was actually Laotian, and found out that this kid who I thought was black or of African descent was actually Arabic. And these kids found out that I wasn't Middle Eastern. And they were like, what? Mind's blown. And I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh, dude, we've been calling you Durka for years. And I'm like, I know. And they're like, shit, man, we thought you were Arabic. I'm like, nope, I'm not. Like, I don't speak any language other than English, my guy. And so, yeah, it's funny. It's funny how it goes both ways, And what's the moral of the story? Probably, if you're gonna hurl accusations around, like a kid who's found his dad's gun, to quote Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park, Jeff Goldblum, maybe sit back, do your research, and be sure that you're accurately discriminated. If you're gonna play that card. So I want to say a big shout out to the person, if they ever see this, who sent me that DM, because I think it sparked a really important topic to cover. And we can all learn a little bit more about Middle Eastern culture, specifically Palestinian culture. Did you know that the Shemach or Kufia when they were being mass produced all the way up until I think it was the 80s, they were made in factories that were predominantly staffed by women. So in the 80s, they actually shut down a lot of those factories, and to the point where I think now there's only I think, and don't quote me, do your own research, but I think there's only 36 or maybe 64 factories, when there used to be hundreds. And at least pretty sure in Palestine they were staffed by women. And so to this day, if you go Google, if you Google it and search it, you can still find some of the factories where they make them. And sure, you can go on Amazon and search tactical scarf, and you can get one made by some Chinese company for $10 or less, like mine is, that I sent home after the desert. But if you really want to be, elitist about it, you can order one from one of those factories, and it'll be made in Palestine, and it'll be made by women, and they cost about $70-$80, and then you can wear it to your pro-Palestine rallies and feel good about yourself, because here you go. Hey, here we go. This isn't so high up. That's only about 20 feet, 25 feet. Look at this bridge. Oh, I love a good bridge. Shout out Hiking Dancer Roadrunner, because we're about to do a river crossing. Could you jump this? It's not really deep enough. Hello, sir. Whoa, look at that. Oh, that's a nice one. Beautiful. Okay, it's just now. What?
Unless it was another bridge somewhere else.
Maybe.
It wasn't that one. It got washed away.
Well, it's just after 7 o'clock. It's just now 7 o'clock. And we're 4 miles from the trailhead here at Eagle Creek Trail. And we've been getting just mondo thunderclappage up above us. And we're thinking there's some other folks, some day hikers, headed back to the trailhead. So if we can get back to that trailhead and get a ride into town, I think our plan is to stealth camp on Thunder Island. So, which is where everyone was camping at trail days. But look at this movie buzz going on right now. I don't know if you can see the movie buzz on camera, but it just everything looks sepia. Ooh. My rain jacket is deep in my backpack, and I don't want to pull it out. It's warm. They said there's like no camping signs at Thunder Island. They obviously do that for trail days. So I don't know, we'll see. I have a hunch that there's going to be other thru hikers stealth camp there, and there's trees to conceal one's tent in. But yeah, we'll see. 4 more miles to the trailhead. So if we can just pass these day hikers, get there before them, and then strategically gang stalk and gaslight them, we might be able to get a ride.
Come and let me in.
Please, mister.
My friend lost his stove. Who needs it?
My friend's gonna die without a stove here. My friend here doesn't even have a GPS unit.
I won't use mine, so he's gotta have a stove now.
We only have one stove. He doesn't have a GPS unit. We're gonna die if you don't give us a ride into town. That is the good news of the day, though, is the REI in Bend found they had electrolytes Garmin in their lost and found or whatever. I don't know. He couldn't, it doesn't make sense that they wouldn't try to hit him up on it or something, or at least, I don't know, whatever. They got it. So they're going to send it to my mom's house, and when we pick up our Washington gear there, he'll once again have his Garmin. And that's really cool, because that's a several $100 piece of kit right there. $500, whoa. Yeah, it's a half a G right there, folks. Half a G worth of kit. Reclaimed. And also it's nice, it's heartening to know that someone didn't jack it, because that would be just adding insult to injury. It always sucks worse to have your stuff stolen than just losing it, in my opinion.
yellow and black stripes on it. They're huge.
Whoa.
I want to walk across that.
Oh man. The bridge of Khazad-dûm. 3.3 miles. 3.3 mile bridge.
Then look, the little grass cap.
We are like a mile from the parking lot in a freaking really, really dope lightning storm. It's not striking anywhere near us. It's in the region, but it's some big lightning. I see headlamps ahead. It's other hikers, day hikers. All right, off trail and walking 2 miles into Cascade Locks. And had some butt cheek chafe coming in, so I had to stop outside the hatchery and juice up and feeling groovy. And I just had this moment where I was like, holy cow, man, this is insane. I'm done with Oregon. Like, this is it. Oregon's done. California, done. Oregon, done. Need electrolyte walking in on the edge of a really gnarly storm. It's just amazing, man. It's just amazing. Words can't even, man. Words can't even. There we go. This is a tunnel underneath the freeway. Well, I don't think it's actually under the freeway, but it's under a road that we gotta walk through. We're just about a mile from like the grocery store in downtown, I guess down the middle of Cascade Locks. It's like a big bike trail. Big enough you could drive a car down. So this is our walk into town for the evening. I sure hope the grocery store's open.